Hello, welcome to another Music Monday. We're going to have a look at diminished seventh chords. Now this is a bit of theory, which is quite easy, and a bit of composing technique as well, because diminished seventh chords can be really useful, as we will find out. So I've got the piano on today as well. Let's have a look at a diminished seventh chord. So B, D, F and A flat is a diminished seventh chord. If we play B in the bass, we've got B diminished seventh. Now, why are these really cool? Well, let's look at the intervals that are going on here. So from B to D is a minor third. From D to F is a minor third, and another minor third up to A flat. So if we go another minor third, we're back to B. Why is that cool for you? Well, because really you've just learnt 4 diminished seventh chords. Because if we just move the B up to the top, that's D diminished seventh, and so on. If we go to F diminished seventh, it's the same notes, but just in a different order. So how do you know which one you're playing? Well, that's basically determined by whatever is going on in the bass. So if I put a B in the bass, if I put a D in the bass, that's more the sound of a D diminished seventh chord. I could, move it up if I wanted to and actually start on the D in the right hand. Oops. But it doesn't make that much difference. Okay, so you've basically learnt 4 diminished seventh chords there. B, D, F and A flat. If we go up one more, and you'll notice the other cool thing is, by the time we get to D, there's only 2 notes in between here, so there's only another 2 patterns to learn. So there's C diminished seventh, which is also E flat, F sharp and A diminished sevenths. And then go up one more, so moving your fingers. Now you've learnt C sharp or D flat, E, G and B flat diminished sevenths. And that's the only patterns that you have to learn, because then you're back to the pattern for B diminished seventh. Okay, there we go. So those are the only patterns you really need to learn. If you just learn B, D, F and A flat, C, E flat, G flat, A, and D flat, E, G and B flat, you can play any of those 12 diminished seventh chords just by changing the root note. There you go. E diminished seventh, D flat diminished seventh, B flat diminished seventh. All really cool. Now, from a composing point of view, the other generally accepted composing rule is you can resolve to either +1 or assume that you are on the root of the chord. And the reason for that is, if I took the C major scale and you're playing the triads in there, we're going to get to B diminished. So if we make that B diminished seventh by adding the minor third on top, it should sound all right if we resolve it to C. It also happens to resolve quite well to the minor as well. So it doesn't have to be the major +1, it could be the minor +1. And it also resolves to its own root. So if you assumed that you are in B, You could get B diminished 7th to B, or B diminished 7th to B minor. Okay, so there's the sounds for you. The interesting thing to look at from a composing point of view now is this. Let me get myself out of the way. B, D, F and A flat resolves to either the root or the +1. So if you think about it, if we were resolving B diminished 7th, it would either go in root position to B or B minor, or if it was +1, it'd go to C or C minor. Also remember that the pattern is the same. So if it was D diminished 7th, it would go to D or D minor, or if it's going +1, E flat or E flat minor, and so on. You can see all the different combinations there. What it means is, if you're playing a B diminished 7th, you can pick from any of those other chords and it will sound relatively good. So let's go from B diminished 7th. It's always going to be B diminished 7th, and let's go to D this time. Sounds all right. Let's go to E flat. Yeah, maybe less so. Let's try B diminished 7th to F sharp minor. So you can see there's absolutely loads of combinations. I mean, how you come to be on a diminished 7th chord is another thing entirely, but it's something to bear in mind that diminished 7th chords can be really powerful, and you have all these options as to where to go with them. In terms of composing, I'll probably come back to diminished 7th chords later in the year when Halloween comes round, because they do make quite good spooky chord transitions. But have a play around with that for yourself for now. That's all for today's Music Monday. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe is always appreciated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.